let's see, man. See if he's here. Anybody home? Hello? Man, this nigga never here. See if he here. Oh shoot, the door's unlocked. I'm back. Hello. What's good? It's Jesse. Welcome if you're new. I disappeared for a while, and this video is me explaining why. Previous clip before, I had a whole different fit on, and that's because my girl, she watched the video, and she wasn't messing with it for real. So that's why I got a different fit on. But yeah, we're gonna break it down. I know y'all seen the table of contents. We got a lot to talk about. And yeah, man. First, you know, me and my ex, we did last shortly after the last 3 or 4 videos that I made 2 or 3 years ago. We lasted a little bit longer after that. And, it was cool, Then when I moved to ATL, we got a little bumpy. And, just not seeing each other for 3 more months. And then just other things taking place, it just kind of really messed with the flow of the relationship. And then at some point, we just kind of fell apart. And it was, we did what we tried to do to talk about it and make sure we left on a decent note. And yeah, man, it was over. And yeah, fast forward, like I said, I moved to ATL. I was out there for about 8 months. I watched my aunt's 4 kids, and she had a 1-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 8-year-old, and eventually 13-year-old. And the 1-year-old eventually turned 2 while I was there as well. It was a time, to say the least, And I basically did all the things you would do as far as like taking them to school, washing their butt, feeding them, while feeding myself, trying to work out, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life while I was down there. I still didn't figure it out because I still don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. But yeah, I was down there, doing all the, basically just being a parental role without like a full-time job. That was my full-time job. So shout out to all the parents out there with full-time jobs with kids, because man, that's a lot of work. Woo! While I was there towards the last like couple months of my time being there, I tried to get on Facebook dating and different dating apps and tried to meet people and talk to people and do things. I did stuff while I was there a little, but most of I was low-key grinding on 2K. I was going crazy too, I ain't gonna lie. I was going stupid on 2K. I was cooking it all day. Cooking all the niggas for real. I ain't gonna lie, cooking niggas left, right, you feel me? Like just going crazy on Facebook dating. And I would meet some girls, talk to them. I got a lot of story times within that too. And but yeah, so while doing that, I ended up meeting a girl on there that I already met before. I known her since like 8th grade. Well, really since like 7th grade. And, she had a little crush on me. I was never really looking her way for real. And then, we was cool. I thought she was cool. But like, I didn't know if I was like liking her like that. I would just kind of flirt with her every now and then. And because, I was still kind of doing me. But yeah, so fast forward to that time period. We re-eyed harder pictures and stuff on the Facebook dating, and then she ends up messaging me, and we end up rekindling, and we end up talking and texting and flirting and talking on the phone every night. Little vibe going, Then a couple weeks later, I ended up moving back, and she was like, "Oh, you're moving back?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm moving back." I was like, "Well, good." And it was a good time. I got back. It was at the beginning of the year. I just got a new job. I was making decent money. She was holding me down too while I was there. She was taking me to work. When I first got back, she was we was hanging out all the time. She was really it was a good time. She was making money, I was making money, and when I wasn't making money, she was still making me feel like I had money. She was goated. I ain't gonna lie. We gonna call her Melinda. Melinda, she did all that was her time. We had a good time, and then but we were still just cool. We weren't dating or nothing, and when I first got back during that time when she was holding me down and taking me to work and stuff, I had I was still on Facebook dating, and I had met someone else when I first got back, and I'm gonna call her Mel. Me and Mel, clicking instantly as soon as I hearted her stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, when I hearted her stuff, it was a question mark. I ain't gonna lie, it was a big question, because like back in middle school, we was taking pictures with filters, the Snapchat filters, with the dog filters, and just the little auntie filters, the big close up pictures, like those pictures. That's how Mel's pictures were, and so I didn't really know how or what to do as far as like if I should like her stuff for real. But I took a chance, I shot my shot, and it went in, and it was a swish, no backboard, no rim, nothing, just straight swish, like the NBA type swish, and it was string music for real. So we was chatting it up, and then yeah, we was still kind of just cool friends at that time, but we was really talking a lot though. Every night, FaceTime and falling asleep on the phone. Even the first night we met, we fell asleep on the phone, which was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Well, she fell asleep on the phone, and I watched her. I'm weird, but I did. I ain't gonna lie. She was cute. I ain't gonna lie. So when I actually seen her besides them pictures, she was cute. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, so meanwhile, I still got, I can't remember her name. Amanda is what I think is what I said. I think I said Amanda. We just gonna call her Amanda now because it's my video. So Amanda, she you got Amanda and Mel. Amanda, Mel. Amanda. Well, Amanda's still in this corner. We're progressing as far as like getting closer, being more like getting more on that romantic level and less of like friends, how we have been majority of our relationship. And it was cool. We were still vibing. But then things started to get a little more toxic. Meanwhile, me and Mel, we starting to get closer. We're starting to get more tough. We rocking heavy, And I'm starting to figure out like I don't know what to do right now. I'm just chilling. I'm laid back, having a good time. But then I get to one of my good friends, a sergeant of mine, Sarah Wilkins. Shout out to her. She was like, hey, you got to make a decision. You can't be playing around. You just wasting time, honestly. If you think this is going to last, pick this. If you think this is going to last, pick this. And you got to be honest with the other one because you care about both of them, honestly and obviously. So you got to make a decision, bro. So made a decision on my way to my trip to what's it called? My trip to I had some military training stuff to do, and I on my trip to that I called up Amanda and we chatted it up, and and we tried to I tried to tell her because besides Mel, because there wasn't no grimy stuff. We were both all just cool. None of us was dating, and we wasn't see both of us. We were we were all just cool. Obviously there was feelings involved, but we weren't dating. And yeah, so I called up Amanda and we chatted it up, and I talked to her, and we understood that things were just not going the way we thought it was going to go, and besides Mel, just me and Amanda strictly, just things were just not going as way as we planned and how we thought it was going to go. So we did end up having a conversation again because things didn't just break off immediately, but eventually they did, and then me and Mel, we just went to the top after that. Me and Amanda, we went our separate ways, and me and Mel just went to the top after that. Me and Mel, we never looked back. And honestly, she's held me down ever since that point because, once I got back here, then I moved to Kansas, and, I had 3 jobs, and I was working and barely sleeping, and Mel was she was helping me do all those things, She was encouraging me and just being a W girlfriend for real. Spam W girlfriend in the chat. That's all Mel's been, she's been solid for real. She's talked with me through a lot of stuff. She's helped me realize a lot of things about myself, and also helped me and just taught me things in general, just teaching me things about life and teaching me things about things I didn't think that matter, or even just about the world, because I'm in the military. By the way, through all that whole entire process, I was still in the military. And yeah, but she, even in the sense that I'm in the military, Mel, she was teaching me stuff about what's going on in the world, because the world is crazy. I got a lot of videos for y'all that y'all ain't seen that I got to post. That some older prior videos that we look a little bit different in those videos, but I'm still gonna post them because I need to post videos, and I'm really trying to go up this year for y'all. Fast forward past all that, I really didn't want to talk about that too much, but I know I ain't been on here about 4 years, so I wanted to give y'all a little update about what's been going on with me, what's been going on with the kid. So yeah, man, that's what's been on the past at least just past year or so. The other stuff just kind of a lot of hoopla, as my girl would say. So I really don't want to bring that up for real. But that's just at least the past year and a half. But yeah, man. So what's next? What's next for the kid? So your boy Jesse, he's I plan on coming back strong, and I'm planning on coming back stronger than ever. Honestly, I want to try to post I want to post you know, every day for the next 30 days. And I plan on, I'm gonna have a link in the description. I'm planning on posting on all the platforms right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do for Twitch yet, but I'm gonna post on TikTok, and this right now. And then Instagram, I got the page and stuff ready, but I don't know what I'm gonna, as far as clipping and posting on there, I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet. But like I said, I'm really trying to do this for real this time. I got my crib, there's no excuse now, and I'm trying to get right. And, you know, I never, after all this time of the name change, you know, I feel like people that's been rocking with me heavy since the beginning, y'all rock with me when I had you know, D-Crust Nation, you know, D-Crust Nation, baby. I had JRBJ, and now we rocking with my name. You know, I've been on here for 4 years. I feel like Jesse just what it should be now. That's me, you know, that's my name. And that's what we're rocking with for all the people that's asking, you know. Got new, everything different now. So everything different about me and everything different about this content that's on the way too, baby. You know, not being with y'all boys and, you know, making content and editing it. I realized I've had a lot of jobs, I ain't gonna lie. I've had a lot of jobs, and I said that to say that I tried different things out, dibble and dabble in things, tried to figure out what I like and didn't like. And there's really nothing I haven't liked as much as, you know, being with y'all boys, you dig? So, yeah, man, I'm going to try to post mad content. Right now, I'm going to start out with just strictly, for these 30 days, just strictly story times. I'm going to post story times on here, then clips on TikTok, and then eventually once I get more stuff, because all the grind that I did up in 3 months, and with the help of my girlfriend, my beautiful girlfriend, led to me getting this cribbo and family. Shout out to my family. They also helped too, of course. And her family, they helped a lot too, tremendously. Shout out to everybody that helped me and that's been down with me through this process. You know, people that really been rocking with me for real, you know. But yeah, man, for the next 30 days, I'm gonna try to post the next 30 days after I post this video, I'm gonna try to post just story time after story time after story time with some old videos, throwback videos, some things y'all didn't get to see with me and my girl, and just other videos that I didn't post either. But yeah, man, like I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys, for everybody that's still subscribed to my 1 point something subscribers on my channel. The people that's still there, you know, all y'all that ain't unsubscribed, you know, I appreciate y'all. And yeah, we going up, man. I'm really trying to be consistent for y'all, because I got no excuse now. You know, I got time. I got an amazing girlfriend that encourages me. I got God on my side. Hey, man, we're going to go up this year, man. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Feel me? I got the link in the description for all those things, all those new pages and everything. And I feel like the name in my, hey, I ain't gonna lie, name from my Twitch, though, is kind of smooth. Just Chatting. It's a play on Just Chatting, you know, like Just Chatting, but Just, Jess, Chatting. You know, I think that's kind of smooth, I ain't gonna lie. So, you know, we gonna rock with that on Twitch, you know. And, yeah, man, and, yeah, man, and I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all, boys. We out this thing.